Good morning, everyone. I am Kusuma Wati. I will be your moderator for today. A moderator is someone who quits the discussion and makes sure that everyone follow the rules and has a fair chance to speak. Let me introduce our debate teams who will be competing today. The affirmative team, who will be supporting the motion, and the negative team, who will be opposing the motion. I would like to introduce a motion that sex education should be a mandatory part of the school curriculum. This is important step to ensure the younger generation has proper knowledge and good sexual health. Each speaker will have 3 minutes to deliver their speech. Please give a warm welcome to our debaters with a round of applause. We look forward to hearing your view on these important issues. The first speaker of the affirmative team. Thank you, moderator. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Our group believes that sex education becoming a mandatory part of the school curriculum is a very important step. Firstly, it can help students understand important aspects of reproductive health and prevent the spread of the sexual transmitted diseases. Healthy and awareness. Comprehensive sex education promotes health and healthy living for students by learning about topics such as reproductive health, contraception, and sexual transmitted infection. Students can understand the importance of healthy care and develop the presence to make healthy decisions. Understanding and communication. In the content of the sex education, understanding and communication are important aspects that need to be valued. Comprehensive sex education helps students develop effective communication skill and understand the importance of consent and healthy behavior. Reducing pregnancy. Research show that comprehensive sex education is associated with reduced rate of teenage pregnancy by acquiring the knowledge and skill. Provide through sex education, students can better understand how to protect themselves and prevent unwanted sexual crimes. Thank you. The first speaker of the negative team. Thank you, moderator. The school curriculum must be developed with the aims of achieving education goals and providing direction in teaching. The curriculum should be tailored to the needs of the learners and involve all parties, such as students, parents, and teachers. Sexual education can be part of the school curriculum, but some people might feel that this topic is inappropriate to teach in a school setting or that it is the parents' responsibility to teach. In addition, sexual education should be conducted in a professional and responsible manner. Parents should also be good friends for their children to communicate with regarding sexual education. Therefore, sexual education in children should be given as early as possible to equip and sensitive children on the importance of maintaining their health, well-being, and dignity by including self-protect in developing good social and sexual relationships. We reiterate that sex education should be the primary responsibility of the family environment. Family have a crucial role in shaping values and norms that are in accordance with their respective belief and culture. Including sex education in the school curriculum can undermine the privacy and prerogative of family in providing an understanding that is in accordance with their values. Continuing the tradition of sex education by families is a more natural and effective way to ensure that the values instilled are appropriate to the culture and religious content of each family. Thank you. The second speaker of the affirmative team. Thank you for your time. In addition, we also strongly support this motion that sex education should be a mandatory part of the school curriculum. Sex education helps prevent teenage pregnancy by providing correct and thorough knowledge. This can reduce the rate of unwanted pregnancy and providing a good understanding for students. Knowledge about reproductive health is very helpful in the formation of individuals. By providing accurate and independent information about the reproductive process and prevention of sexually transmitted diseases. Sex education equips students with essential tools to manage their sexual health through life. Furthermore, sex education also helps to address the issues of teenage pregnancies, which is still high as pointed out above, by providing a comprehensive understanding of contraception, reproductive, and healthy pregnancy. We can reduce the risk of unwanted pregnancy among teenagers. This is not only protects of the individual's future but also an investment in the well-being of generations to come. It is essential to note that sex education is not solely about biological effect. It is also about instilling healthy value and attitudes towards sexuality. By discussing topics such as safe intercourse, respect for difference, and openness to gender identity, sex education helps create an inclusive environment in school that value diversity and reduce stigma related to sexuality. Making sex education a mandatory part of the school curriculum is a positive step toward forming a more sexually aware, responsible society. By providing students with the right knowledge and skill, we not only support individual health but also contribute to the formative of a safer, healthier, and more inclusive society. Thank you. Okay, the second speaker from the negative team. Thank you very much for your time. The idea that sex education should be a mandatory part of the school curriculum raises serious concern about student psychological readiness to deal with complex and sometimes controversial sexual information. Some students might not be ready to understand concepts related to sexuality, and sex education provided in school may cause anxiety or even trauma. Therefore, it is better to give parents the authority to determine when and how to provide this information to their children. Decide on child individual level of maturity and understanding. Sex education in school can raise serious privacy issues. Presenting sexual material in the classroom could be perceived as too much interference from the school into student private life. Providing more detailed sexual information can undermine privacy boundaries and create an uncomfortable situation between student and teacher. Thank you. The next speech. The third speaker from the affirmative team. Thank you, moderator, for your time. Allow me to express my opinion. Sex education can overcome the discomfort and embarrassment often associated with this topic by include sex education as a mandatory part of the curriculum. We give students the opportunity to discuss the issues openly and kind. A true understanding this creates a supportive learning environment and engage students in a positive dialogue about their sexual health. I reiterate what my friend has already explained, which is that making sex education a compulsory part of the school curriculum is a progressive step toward a more sexually aware and responsible society. By providing students with the right knowledge and skill, we are not only supporting individual health, but also contributing to the formative of a safer, healthier, and more inclusive society. To achieve this vision, the government and educational institutions need to work together to implement fact and besides sex education. Thank you. The third speaker from the negative team. Thank you, moderator. Allow me to argue sex education in school may not yield the desired result if it is not backed by strong support from family and communities. Effective sex education requires cooperation between the school, family, and community. If communication and support from the parties are absent, the material taught at school may not active its goals of shaping healthy sexual understanding and behavior. Lastly, sex education in school might cause a violation of religious value for some group in society. Some religions have far-reaching views on sexuality, and the insertion of sex education materials in school might be perceived as a violation of religious freedom. This can create conflict between secular and religious value in society and general significant disapproval and protest. Thank you for my speech. The reply speaker from the affirmative team. As an affirmative team, we conclude that sex education should be a mandatory part of the school curriculum. First and foremost, it provides and knowledge basic for reproductive health and the prevention of sexually transmitted diseases. By offering correct and independent information, sex education equips students with the necessary tools to make informed decisions regarding their sexual health throughout life. Furthermore, sex education helps address the issues of high teenage pregnancy rate. By providing knowledge about contraception, reproduction, and healthy pregnancy, we can reduce the risk of unwanted pregnancy among teenagers. This is not only about protecting the future of individual but also investing in the well-being of future generations. Finally, sex education is not just about biological facts. It is also about forming healthy value and attitude towards sexuality. by addressing topics such as safe intercourse, respect for difference, and openness to gender identity. Sex education helps create an inclusive learning environment. Through this approach, compulsory sex education in school can be an important milestone in shaping a more sexually aware, responsible, and inclusive society. Thank you, my speech. The reply speaker from negative team. We from the negative team disagree with this because we believe that making sex education a mandatory part of the school curriculum raises several serious issues. Firstly, sex education taught in school can cause a conflict of values and beliefs between the school and parents. Every family has different sexual norms and values, and incorporating this topic into the school curriculum could damage the relationship between educational institutions and families. Alignment between the value taught at school and those practiced at home becomes difficult to achieve, and this can lead disapproval and chaos at a broader societal level. Secondly, there are serious concerns about student psychological readiness to deal with complex and sometimes controversial sex education material. Some students may not be emotionally or cognitively ready to handle sexual information openly in a school setting. This can result in anxiety, discomfort, or even trauma and can negatively affect student development. Thank you, may argue Thank you to both groups for the arguments and view present. We hope that this debate provides a better insight into these complex issues. All the arguments that have been presented today will help us better understand the different viewpoints on whether sex education should be a mandatory part of the school curriculum. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our debate for today. Thank you very much for joining us and have a wonderful today.